Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here. Last week in Roxy's weekly challenge, we made these fun little book page pockets with the bit of ephemera that sticks up the top, or the fussy cuts that stick up the top. So today my plan is to make something to go inside these pockets. Since I'm away, I'm recording this ahead, and so I haven't got the latest Roxy's Weekly Challenge to do instead, so I'm going to fill these pockets. So I've taken a bit of the same book page that the book that these came out of, and I've backed it already with a bit of newsprint to be a writing surface, and I'm going to collage, make a masterboard, and then we're going to chop it up into 2 journal cards. I think we can get 2 journal cards out of it. Right, so I have a bunch of scraps left over from making these, as well as other projects using the All Things Roses kit. So that's what we're going to use, because the 2 kits, the All Things Roses from the Junk Journal Studio and my kit, ADancersDream, happen to just go quite well together in terms of colour. So I thought, well, why not mix and match the scraps and do one masterboard that will work for both. So let's just grab some scraps and put them down. I want to do this fairly quickly so that we can actually do the journal cards and like have them complete. That's my goal. How we manage that, we shall find out. And it's not going to happen if I don't line up my pieces of paper properly. So how's your day going, my friends? Are you having a great day? I hope it is a great day. Now, I don't think I'm going to tell you which bits of paper are from which kit, because that's probably just going to distract me and take more time. So it's from either All Things Roses or A Dancer's Dream. And the links will be in the description box, so you can go check them out if there's anything that catches your eye. So just starting off here with the smaller scraps. Because that takes care of the smaller scraps, gets them out of my scrap bag, which is a good thing. Maybe I'll bring my glue pages over a little bit, so at least you can testify to the fact that I am in fact using a glue stick, because, you know, important information. Not. So I don't know how my week's going, since this is recording ahead, like, you know, the week, next week. I don't know how next week is going because it's not happened yet. But when you see this video, it will be underway. Does that even make sense? I don't know. But you probably understand what I mean, even if you don't understand what I say. Well, let's hope that's the case anyway. Yeah, so hopefully it is a good holiday. There is a slight, very slight chance that we might have to vacate the holiday home if one of the owners ends up with COVID and wants to isolate in the holiday home, which is usually what they do. Whenever they've had it in the past, they'll take themselves off away from the rest of the family and isolate at the holiday home. So if that happens, we may be turfed out. Very kindly, but, you know, it's like, well, it's needed for the owners, and that's fair enough. You know, it's their property. But so far so good. It's doing the rounds of hubby's work, but only one girl's got it. Haven't heard of anyone else getting it so far. Right, this is just some magazine paper that happens to work really well with the colour scheme, and I've got a few bits and pieces like that, and that's not big enough for there, so maybe we'll just pop it in there. So yeah, hopefully that won't happen, but it is a slim possibility. Which I hope doesn't play out that way. All right, I've also got some plain like coloured copy paper. Just anything I sort of found in my scrap bag that I felt worked with the colours. I thought was a fair game for this masterboard. I'm not going to use this bigger piece. I don't want to put, especially because it's just plain blue. There's no pattern or decoration on it. So I'm not going to put a huge big piece all at once. Getting very, very sticky. It's the crafter's creed. Use your glue stick and get all sticky. Wipe your fingers and start again. And don't ask me why I decided to sing-song that. That was bizarre. Random. Very, very random. I don't recall any other time that I've actually done a little sing-song on video. There might be, but I don't recall one. It is just bizarrely random. But there you go. Again, this is another bit of magazine paper. It's out of the same magazine as the tealy blue bit. The tealy bit blue, tealy blue bit I used has actually got a slight gradient to it, whereas this pink is just flat pink. But that's okay. Maybe we'll pop that there and then just find a little scrap for that corner. I seem to be pushing my glue book back further across that way. Don't quite know. Must be as I'm shuffling the masterboard around, it's just kind of getting pushed to the side. Hopefully this will go really quickly since I'm just kind of limited colour palette and got my scraps already. Just trying to make quick decisions. If it fits, put it down, and as long as it's not next to something that's the same. I'm just overlapping this pieces slightly as well, just to provide a bit of extra interest. I'm going to put a little bit of this blue down in that bottom corner. So has anyone given this project a go with the book page pockets? They are really quite fun, and I was super happy with how mine turned out. I still haven't finished up the other two. I will at some point. They'll go in my unfinished ephemera box, or maybe on one evening when I've got nothing else to do. Haha. Like that ever happens. I might be able to take care of them. This one's got a little bit of a shadow gradient on it. That's a different page. Oh, there's some matte black on the back that could be useful for something else. So I'm kind of aiming to get some of this where it's a couple of different shades. Only a corner of it, but it's all right. I don't want to risk covering it over, so we'll turn it that around. One there. I thought, do I do the masterboard ahead of time and then make the journal cards? And I thought, no, actually I want to do the masterboard on camera to try and do like a beginning to end of masterboard in one video. So I'm kind of reaching for the stars. I'm just randomly going to put that bit there, just because I can. I've just burnt some rubbish on the fire because it's getting quite chilly. The sun's shining, but there is a southerly on the way, and the southerly is cold. and snow down to, I don't know, some not too low level, but it's going to chill things down for the next few days. So soaking in the hot pools at Henma. Of course, I'm talking this week, the date, you know, the week I'm recording it, not the week that you'll see it. I don't mind if it's a bit cooler if we're soaking in the hot pools up in the village that we're going to on holiday. Sounds rather lovely. And there's a log burner and heat pump and, you know, all that jazz in the holiday home. So we should be quite comfortable. So take another snippet of this. Because if I can use up what's usable, then I can bin the rest. And I feel like I'm actually getting somewhere with my scrap bin. Or bag, actually. That bit. I like this edge here, but it's got black on the back. Okay. We are not binning it. We almost binned it. We almost did. Close, but no cigar. Oh, I think my glue page is getting a bit sticky because my things are sticking to it and getting glue on the good side. Should dry fine. I just don't like the stickiness. Right. Change this or fold it in half so we have a fresh gluing surface. What else do we have here to use? Let's put another bit of this beautiful paper. Put that in there. I am trying to work quickly. Can you tell? In there. Maybe another of this darker bit of teal would be nice. You don't want it about there. Yep. It's actually got a really nice deep sort of sea green on the other side of this page. It's quite pretty, but I'm sure I'll still have bits of it left over for use on something else of that darker colour. Okay, just need a little gap filled there. This is from a different kit. Oops, sorry about the noise. Get different kit entirely. It's another of my kits, but I thought we could add, just because it's got that deeper pink, a little bit of stronger contrast. It's not too bad a thing. Just do maybe a couple of little patches of it. And oh, sticky fingers. Maybe we'll put that bit there, and then we'll just have another little snippet there to fill, little hole. Hope this glue stick holds out. I didn't think to check how much was left in it, and I've been using a reasonable amount of glue stick lately. I've got plenty in reserve, but I didn't grab one out in case, so hopefully it holds out. Right, maybe we'll put that there. So relatively plainish piece. My glue stick's got colour around it where I was gluing pieces that I had inked the edges of, and it was blue ink, but it kind of turned purple on the glue stick, which was interesting. I guess it was the inks, the various pigments in the ink sort of separating out with the moisture of the glue stick. Right, let's put a bit of this somewhere, maybe a bit up here. Do I want that larger piece, or do I want to break it up? No, I'm going to go with it. I think that looks quite cool. Again, it's that deeper colour for a bit of contrast and depth to the masterboard. Fits in there nicely. Right, we are getting close. This is more peachy tones, so I think even though it's from the same sheet of paper, it's a different section. So we can get away with putting that in there. I'm going to get rid of that one, go for a new page here. Bring that over a little bit. Here we go. So we've just got this little patch in the middle here. What would we like to do? We could put some more of this in here. Yep, just going to pop that there. And one more gap. So what are we going to choose? Don't think I'll go with the dark. Not going to go with that because we've just put that down. We've got pink there. Maybe we go with sort of this greeny. It's got more of a greeny tinge, which actually is very close to that. Maybe this wee bit down the corner. So I'm going to tear into here. Take the wee corner off. Right, so I'm just going to pop these aside out of my way. A little bit there, and let's just chop off the white. Do I want to just lay it over top? No, it's probably a bit much. Trim it down a little, so we'll go about there. There's quite a few layers in there around here, and I thought, no, it's just getting a bit too bulky, because we haven't done, once we chopped it up, we then have to decorate, so can't have all the bulk on the base. Got to leave some room for the embellishments on top. There we go, we've done our masterboard. I am somewhat impressed with myself. That didn't take super long. Okay, I am not even going to, there's a glue mark there, which is annoying. Just smooth it out a bit, make it less obvious. Okay, how wide is this before I chop it? Let's see roughly where halfway is. So it's 9 inches. If we go 4.5, how wide are these pockets? These are 4 3/4, so 4.5 is going to be darn near perfect. So let's go 4.5. Wet glue and all, and then I'm just going to trim off this slightly ragged edge, just a touch, just to kind of even it up on both of them. It didn't fit lengthways in my guillotine, so that's why I waited till I chopped it in half to tidy it up. There we go. Oh, the edges are sticky and they won't let go of my fingers. Right, so we have 2 journal cards. Looking at these, I just see there's a little overhang here that I want to take care of. Rounded corners, I think, are in order. So let's grab out my punch board. Just give them, I should wait till that glue's really dry, but you know, we haven't got time to waste. Move it or lose it. That's how it goes, isn't it? So we're aiming to move it. And also it is now into my lunchtime. It's 12:10. I knew going into this video that it was going to go over into my lunchtime, but that's all right. I'm not super hungry yet, which is unusual, isn't it? So I thought, no, I'm going to, otherwise I'd waste like 20 minutes waiting, because it's like, oh, it's too close to lunchtime to begin a video. I'll just wait until after lunch, and then I've wasted all that time. So I thought, no, I'm going to do the video, and just whatever time we finish up is when I'll have lunch. And I have to make lunch today. Normally we have leftovers, but there was only enough leftovers from last night's dinner for hubby. And I said, that's fine, I can make something. Which I can, but it means that once I finish this video, I can't just grab and eat. I've actually got to make something, which is all fine. So yes, they fit in there beautifully. I don't mind that they stick up past the top. That's absolutely fine. But do I want them to? It's fine that they do, but do I want them to? I'm wondering, maybe I don't, because we could cut them down and turn it into like a narrow tag. So how much would we want to trim off? Maybe 1.5 inches. Let's do it on this one anyway. So I need to swing it around this way. Cut off 1.5 inches. Oh, that was quite tough to get through. Okay, I'm going to do it to both actually. So why not? Which end am I cutting off? I think I'll cut off this end. Okay. So re-round these corners. It's made them quite squarish, which is fine. Oh yeah, it did make a bit of a mess on that edge. There we go, nothing a little trim up won't fix. And then I'm also going to round these ones, because they've got 2 rounded corners. And they're just going to make cute little mini tags, which I think is quite fun. Unexpected bit of ephemera from this process. Get rid of the wee corners, and it doesn't matter which way round these go and which, you know, which pocket they go into at this stage. And actually they fit both ways, so they must be pretty square, which is kind of fun. Yeah, that one's a little bit different. It's not quite as square, but that's fine too. So it doesn't matter which way round, and then these can just be one for each journal, as well as a little, even a little dangle on the side of a page, or as a like a page tab decoration on the side of a page that hangs over a little bit, something along those lines. I think they'll be super cute and can be decorated up as well. So I'm just wondering, these pockets must be slightly different sizes somehow, just in the process of folding. So I think I like that one that way. And we're going to do that one that way. Okay, I don't know why, just that's the way I feel. Okay, so the dance one first, because I've still got the ephemera on my desk for this one. What do we want to pop on it? I've got no preconceived ideas, so I'm just kind of having a flick through, reminding myself what's here. I mean, we could have just used one of the kit. Well, we definitely don't want those, so we'll pop those out of the way. Tags. I could have just used one of the kit journal cards, is what I was saying, for the journal card to go in the pocket. Washi, and then the words. So we might as well put these aside as well, since we didn't go in that direction. We've got a shoe on the pocket, so I'm not kind of tending towards the shoes as an option. What about these two dancers? Let's go with them, the larger of the two, I think. Oops. Sticky bits and pieces on the edge of my scissors. Just take that off. Right, so I think we go with those two lovely women. I will want a bit of book page behind them, I think, but before we get to that, let's fussy cut these two out. I'll try and do it as quickly as possible because I want to get both of these done and completed. And I want to get lunch before it's, you know, before my body starts eating itself. Isn't that a great expression, huh? No, this isn't a horror channel. It's a crafting channel with some really weird statements said at times. That is the offshoot of daily crafting on video. You just sometimes things pop out and you go, perhaps I shouldn't have really said that, but you guys get me. Or I hope you do anyway. You know, everything I say is said with a touch of humour. Right, this has got a border around, so I'm just running around the border. So I'm not having to worry about the finer details because they fall within the border. So it makes it a bit quicker. And I find it creates a lot more freedom in your cutting, that you're not so persnickety about getting right up to the edge. It's very forgiving when there's a border around it. If you go a little bit into it or right on the edge of it, it kind of doesn't really matter. It's not so obvious. Oh, Puss just came in. No, it was Georgie. Puss was in at 11:30 wanting lunch, which is way too early. And so I refused to give him lunch because then he'd just be hungry earlier in the afternoon. He's old, so he gets lunch. None of the other cats get lunch. They just get biscuits that they help themselves to, but Puss, being old, gets wet meat in the middle of the day. And it's like, no. So Puss went out, so I thought that was him coming back, but it wasn't. It was Georgie coming for a snack. What you up to, Georgie? Yeah, he's checking out, looking at the windowsill behind me to see if Kelly's there. He's such a naughty little boy sometimes. Yeah, he's checked it out. She's not there, so he's like, oh, okay, maybe I'll go back outside. You going now, Georgie? No, more biscuits. He satisfied himself that there's no one to go bother. No one to be a nuisance to. So there are a couple of white gaps in this. I'm kind of wondering whether I go in and take those out as well. But I think I'll wait and see what it looks like as to whether it's whether it bugs me or not. Yep, there he goes, back outside. Right, these little offcuts are going in my box of bits to make paper with. So they're there. Book page definitely. Just rifling through my pouch of book paper pages, looking for a likely option. Music might be quite nice, given that, you know, ballet involves a lot of music. There we go, here's a bit of music. It's quite large, very spacey, but I'm sure we can do something with this. So I'm just going to tear off this edge, and that will be a stamping strip to go in my stamping strip bag. Better be careful because there's a tear at the top there. So that's a fun strip from this old paper, and I'm going to cut that top bit to, not cut, tear. And that's another great stamping strip, nicely aged, very soft feeling paper this. It's got that very soft feel. And that's why that bit was ripped, because it tears easily. And we're going to take this bottom bit off as well. That bit can go in the bin though. Oh, actually, there's music on the other side, so no, it's not going in the bin. I tried to throw it out, I did, honest. Right, now I'm going to just tear it a bit. And I'm wondering about putting it right across. It kind of does cover a lot of our base, doesn't it? But that's all right. Because I like how it looks. Okay. So I'm going to try and trim it up. Do I need to push it? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Rather than trimming both sides, let's just push it across and trim one side. I can always tear down that point if I don't like it. That makes way more sense rather than having two small scraps. We've got one bigger scrap. Put the brain in gear sometimes helps, doesn't it? And do I like it up that way or this way? I feel like there's less detail down here, so if we put it up this way, we're actually covering less of the detail. Sorry, got a bit froggy. I don't mind that little peak up there. I think that's fine. You know, I'm not overly worried about the white space in there, so I think I'm just going to go with it. And I am going to use my tacky glue for ease and speed. And because I've covered my glue pages up with those scraps of the music paper, so it will save me time shifting them. These of course do need inking around, the journal cards. So if we get time at the end, I will do that on camera. If I don't, I'll do it off camera. Just so you can see them entirely complete is my thought process behind that. Because I have inked around the pockets after my last video. Here we go. And these two I think I do want to give just a little bit of an edge to with the ink. Just not going in too hard, because I don't want to make them look like they've been dancing through the coalfield or anything. They are pretty delicate young ladies. Just to give them that little vintage sort of edge, and then just a little bit in on those white spaces as well. Just a little passing over of the brush, nothing too super heavy. Do I want to lay anything else? Do I want to actually like put a label or a word or something under there, or a strip of faux washi even? Actually, a strip of faux washi would be just... Now, which one do I want? We've got ballet, dancing, love to move, got to groove, rhythm and soul, and then a strip of ballet terminology. I think I'm going to put this love to move, got to groove, which happens to be right in the middle, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I'm going to trim the whole thing off so it's separated from the bulk. And then we'll end up losing a bit of groove, but that's fine. So we want to go, just cut it there. I had fun creating these strips of faux washi. Thought it was something fun and different to have the words on it. Probably take even just a little bit more off, right up next to the L of love, so we're not losing all of the groove, just half of the V and the E. Okay, let's ink it up. I'll do the ends when I ink around the whole thing, so I won't do the ends of the strip right now, especially since I have to trim off part of it. Oh, now my nose is starting to drip, symptomatic of it being quite cool inside. You can probably tell because I've got my big thick sleeves on. Dressed a bit warmer today. Oops, put glue past where I need it. It was silly, never mind. Happens in the big jobs. Let's put that across there. Snip it off. I only just cleaned my scissors, now it's going to have glue all over them again. Okay, and let's put our lovely ladies, dancer ladies, on there. So I've still got 2 lots of freebies to create for the kit A Dancer's Dream. It's not looking like I'm going to get them done before I go on holiday. So they will probably be out towards the end of March is what I am anticipating, because I'm just going to relieve that pressure off me. There's only so much I can get done before we head away, and we are getting down to the wire, and I've still got videos to record, and I think they are more important for you guys. I need to get those done for you guys, and the freebies of course are for you guys as well, but you know, as I said, there's only so much I can get done. Cleaning off the end of my nozzle there. I'm going to take care of my nose for one moment, please excuse me. Just so I'm not sniffing my way through the video. I've got glue on my fingernails, which is very annoying. Okay, I think that is sufficient. I think that's really sweet. Just needs inking around, and then their little bodies poke up above the pocket. I love that. And then this is going to go down as a pocket, probably a top loading pocket. So there'll be something taller in behind, but I'm not doing that today. That will probably come when I'm working on the journals properly. It's a little bit curly from the glue, but it will flatten out. Okay, so this one was up this way. Yes, right. So let's look now at the All Things Roses ephemera, which I've buried. How unlike me to bury something. Okay, so let's grab this out and see what we might want to decorate with. I've just got to make sure I have this up the right way because it only fits in one way. So in case I end up switching it round, I'm going to ink the top edge, and that's going to be my visual reminder of which way's up, just to avoid any oopses. I mean, if I made a mistake, it would fit somewhere in the journal. Too big, needs to be that size, but I've used this one already somewhere. I can't remember exactly where, so I'm thinking I need to. I like that one. If we've got a flower that I might want to. No, too similar in shape. Maybe a label? Oh, what about this instead? Oh, that's so cute. She's so sweet. Or this lovely lady with her beautifully decorated bonnet. Oh, I like her. I like both of them. It's just about making a choice. And any of them would have been lovely, but I feel drawn to this particular one today, so this is the one that's winning. The others will win somewhere else. Just spoilt for choice in the kits from the Junk Journal Studio. They are just so full of wonderful bits to use in so many different ways. That is just so lovely. Do I want to add some music? Maybe just a bit like that. Do we want ragged edge? Or ragged edge out the other side? No, I actually like the straight edges there, which is most unusual, but we don't need it all. So I'm going to tear off the center. So that's going to be a scrap, usable scrap. And we're just going to go with this bit, and I think I need a edge up there, not a straight edge. So 2 straight edges, and then it's nicely torn. Love that. Let's put that down. I don't mind that this music is sideways. I think it just adds interest. Visually interesting. This is going a bit quicker, of course, because the ephemera is already cut out. Right, and then this, and then I think I want something else to layer over top of it. Whoops. Go, there's that. Right, something smaller in here is what I'm thinking. We could use a word which aren't cut out. I haven't cut out the words yet, and I don't know that I'm going to. I think I might leave them on the sheet because they're easier to find what you want. But we could put like a little label, no, or a little That's kind of sweet. So we ticket. We have used a ticket on the pocket, but there's nothing to say we can't use another one on the journal card. Or we've got a little floral. That's actually nice, but a little small. We need something a bit bigger. Maybe a bit bigger than that again. Let's see. As I said, there's so many options. Whoops, that's two. That is lovely. I like that. Do we want like yellow to just give a slightly different? Things are moving on me, which is very annoying. Actually, I quite like that too on the angle. Do we want to pop? Yep, that's it. Okay, cool. So let's ink. As Gail would say, Gail Agostinelli, let's ink and think. It never seems to work for me though. I do the inking, but I don't do a lot of thinking. It kind of somehow doesn't equate for me. Inking for me is more like find something else to say. That felt like I had a cut, but it's just a little lump of glue. Fortunately, it's not a cut. I don't know how I would have cut myself, because if it was. Right, a little bit around this lovely rose. I'm just going to put it to the side here on my glue book to get the bottom part. Here we go. And then I glue and I go completely silent. So yes, what am I going to have for lunch, people? I could have tuna on toast, which wouldn't take too long to whip up. Hubby said I could go down and buy fish and chips, but no, I'm not going to do that. Especially when we're on the brink of going away for holiday. It's like now's not the time to be spending extraneous money on a luxury such as fish and chips. So tuna on toast is about as far as my brain's taking me right now, which I'm not finding all that inspiring, but you know, food is food. I just need to feed the body and feed it healthily. Okay, we have some time, so let's go ahead and ink around. And then we will have filled our 2 pockets, which is super fun. And I'm really happy with how they've turned out. I think they're super pretty, and I love how they coordinate together, how I can use bits and pieces between the 2. That's really fun. And I had started work and planned out my kit before Michelle released her All Things Roses kit, so it just seemed to be an happy accident, or happy something, not an accident, but a happy event that they coordinate together quite beautifully. Right, that one, where's the other one gone? Hello, oh, it's in the pocket. Right, so let's tuck that one in the pocket. And yes, it's the right way up, so her face is hidden, and that's fine. And let's ink around this one. She can give you her sly smile when you bring her out of the pocket. So the ephemera I've kept to the appropriate journal. for the theme. It's just the masterboard that I've mixed and matched the 2 kits on. Oh, I haven't done the back. Let's do the back. We've got a few minutes. Let's do the back. Just to clarify there, in case I led anyone down the garden path, or you're interested to know which one's from which kit. It's only the masterboard that they are mixed up on. Done. Done and done. They're so pretty. They're making my eyes happy. So, last week we made the pockets. Or today for me, as I recorded the pocket video today, and now I've recorded the journal card video for next week, which is, you'll be seeing it this week. I don't know, I'm just making everything confusing, aren't I? Stop talking. Shut up. Okay, time to say goodbye, I think. I've done so much talking already today. I hope you're having a fantastic day, my friends. Ignore all my confusion and silliness. Just put it down to upcoming holiday excitement and busyness. Yeah, let's call it that. Have a great day, my friends. Take care, and I'll be back soon. Bye.